a lot of people, I've noticed a lot of people, especially people who are dealing, will use Instagram specifically for dealing because they'll post their products on there, especially weed. They're like, hey, this is Purple Kush, whatever Kush they got this time. Intel Techniques by Mike Brazel, Michael Basil is his last name. He's a former cop. He's big into open source intelligence. If you just go to his website, inteltechniques.com, what it uses is he has a link on there, so you go to the home page immediately. Mouse pad doesn't work. You go to the home page and you just go up to tools, and on the left side it'll have everything super easy for you. So target data, if you look for email addresses, Facebook profiles, Instagram profiles, a real name, username, everything is completely open source. You can actually put my name in there, which is TJ Reiki, and it'll pull up everything about me. I actually pulled my old addresses, thankfully not the one I live at now, but it's really creepy. It's all stuff from data leaks that they gather all this stuff from. I guarantee your stuff is on there if you Google yourself. But for instance, we'll go to Instagram to answer that question. So you can go to Instagram resources or tool, click that. You can immediately put in their username. See if their Instagram is open. If you type in their username, their real name, it'll pull up all their previous live videos, historical views, any tweets, mentions that they've had on Instagram, anything like that. We'll use my name for instance. Now each account, especially for Facebook too, you have an individual user ID. So, like for me, if you put in my name, I think it would put in a like TJ Reiki theme, but people will have a unique identifier, like a driver's license number for your Facebook or Instagram. It'll help you find that. So we'll see if mine will pull up. I'm not sure if it will or not. I have my stuff pretty locked down. Yeah, it's not going to pull me up. Try this one. So it actually pulled up my Instagram immediately. So it pulls up my Instagram immediately, and then boom, I already have my target. As soon as you get that, you can click on the actual Instagram. For me, I have my Facebook. Of course, it's me eating a donut. But if you go on there, you can actually, mine's all private, but if they're wide open, you already got what you need to go into. And what I do is too, I have a fake Instagram, I have a fake Snapchat, I fake everything. Snapchat's been a really useful tool for me because of geolocation. So I have a fake Snapchat, and I don't use it for my reports, but it's a good way for me to figure out where the dealers are and stuff like that. They don't want to be buddies with me, so they're, hey man, you got Snapchat, stuff like that. Like, yeah, I got Snapchat. Hey bro, you should add me on here. And as soon as they add me on Snapchat, if you look on here, if you do have a Snapchat, as soon as you scroll in, you can slide your fingers in there and hit open map. These guys all have their stuff wide open as far as where they're at. I can immediately see exactly where they're at, and I can usually follow them and see exactly where they're going. So this gal over here is in Jacksonville, Illinois. If she's going to take 72 and go back to Springfield, I can watch her go back to Springfield and see exactly where she's going to go and set up a pattern. Now, of course, this probably isn't admissible in court. I don't use it, but it's a really good tip-off for me. Another good thing that cops don't use, especially older cops, is people post stuff all the time. All these little dots here are all what people are doing in the public. So what northeast side of Springfield's pretty ghetto, isn't it?
Really good.
Yeah, so you open up that, and you can usually go in here. I see people all the time with guns, all their kush, whatever they got in here, just advertising it openly. And I'm not familiar with Springfield, but there's probably a good chance that you know these guys. We all have worked the same beat. We know the same people. I don't know what they're, okay, Fortnite's obviously not criminal matter, but there's been 9 times out of 10 where I've gotten arrested based off this. Like, oh, look, Jimmy John's got a Glock 19 shoved in his pants on such and such street. You can go off that very easily. But Intel Techniques is what I use. Another big tool I use for my browser, especially for my CAD, is on this website. If you scroll down to the bottom on that same page and hit software, for detectives, if you don't know what a virtual machine is, I'd really look into it. If you're doing any type of cyber investigation, that's a whole different category. We're not going to go into that. But if you just hit OSINT applications, you can actually download a browser tool. And I believe it's this is a Firefox browser. I'm sorry, no, this is a Google Chrome browser. But I would prefer Firefox. You hit the Firefox browser and go into that. What will happen is you'll have a little tab up here, and you click that. As soon as you open it up, so search investigating forensic toolbar. What you can do is it has all your options in here. If you're looking for a certain internet service provider, if you're looking for a cell phone carrier, social networking is right here. I use this all the time on traffic stops. The way I'll look somebody up is I will put in like their first name, if someone has a very unique name, and their job, and sometimes that'll get me a hit on Facebook. You can go off this, or the other one I use all the time is the Legal Matter. You can go into here, locate different laws, actually has links for case laws in here if you need to get one on the fly and stuff like that. So if you have like Tinder or Bumble, that's a good example I use. If there's a girl I have on Tinder, I don't know if this is too personal for your training, but if there's a girl on Tinder, something that I think is absolutely crazy, and I don't want to get myself wrapped up in her. Let's say her first name is Taylor, and that's all I have. So all I have on Tinder is she's 25 years old. She lives in Taylorville, Illinois, and her first name is Taylor. Most of the time, these girls will put their jobs in there. You know, they're a CNA at home health, hospice, whatever. All I do on Facebook is I put in their first name, the city they're in, and usually it'll pull up under there because typically they're using the same pictures on their Tinder that they are on their Facebook or whatever application you're using. That's another good technique as well. So I use that all the time for my personal life because I don't want to get stuck in crazy. So.